My name is Cindy Loeffler, and I'm the Water Resources Branch Chief at the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Texas Parks and Wildlife Department has been, as the department is today, for 50 years. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. And our mission is to take care of the fish and wildlife resources of the state, as well as we operate the state park system and the law enforcement for protecting fish and wildlife resources. My role at the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department as the Water Resources Branch Chief is to help protect fish and wildlife by providing recommendations and input to water regulators and water managers. So that, of course, depends on having the best available science on which to base those recommendations. The Gulf Coast Prairie Landscape Conservation Cooperative helps us to identify and provide and continue to develop the best science for those recommendations. In addition, any of the conservation challenges that we face today, including water management, providing water for fish and wildlife, any of those challenges are big, and our resources to address those challenges are limited. So whenever we can partner with other conservation organizations, whenever we can work with them to identify the top priorities and to pool our resources and to strategize about how to best protect those resources, we all benefit in the long run. One of the most pressing changes that we see today is related to climate. We're seeing temperatures increase, we're seeing more extreme weather events happening. That affects fish and wildlife resources. In Texas, we've struggled through several years of drought, and how drought translates into stress on fish and wildlife resources it's pretty obvious. Fish need water, other species need water, and so when we get into continued competition for a limited resource being water, our input is even more important. Another area that we're facing in this region, in this LCC, is population growth. So the population of Texas is projected to increase by almost 100% in 50 years. So that increased competition for water will be there. Habitat fragmentation associated with population growth and development is another area. We're seeing more and more threats from invasive species, very apparent in aquatic ecosystems. Zebra mussels are now in Texas, and so working to combat those threats to our aquatic ecosystems is something that we think about every day.